Hello, my name is Aisling Tobin and I am in Phibsborough, County Dublin, where I am going to be joined by Andrew McAllister, who has an interesting take on gardening. Let's take a look.
I always wanted this garden to be a productive garden, but with COVID, I ended up having a lot of spare time, so it became a project, a very productive garden then. I always grew up with, or I grew up on a farm, so I always grew up with vegetable patches and stuff like that, and I kind of missed it over the past few years. So moving into the city, I made it to be my little sanctuary from home, and I've really learned a lot over the past few years. It's funny because this year, now that we're getting back to normal, the garden isn't as pristine as it was last year, but I'm still tipping away at it. Last year I had 20 or 30 different types, but I think I read a book about it, and I think everyone's first year they just go and plant loads of stuff and make loads of mistakes. So I've only 5 or 6 main veg and a few berry trees and bits and pieces that I planted last year, so it's way more manageable, and this year is more about getting what I wanted out of the garden as opposed to just trying to grow a bit of everything. I'm not sure if I save money. It's more of a hobby than anything. I think it's more my mindset towards a garden that informed this garden to be the way it is. I don't see a point in cut grass because it doesn't have a real function, while the garden, when there's veg in it, is actually doing something. And it's fun to watch it change over the year. At the start of the year it looks like a big grey and brown mess, and then by the end of the year it's this overgrown jungle with stuff everywhere. So it's really interactive that way, and you can watch the change of the seasons as opposed to just having a plain lawn all year round.
So there we have it. For all we know, that could be an insight into what gardening will look like in the future. Back to you in studio.